Imagine you are 16 years old and your mom is trying to control your life. She doesn't just run away from home, she runs away from biology, and she uses a laser beam to do it. A teenage girl declares her own asteroid a sovereign nation. She splits her consciousness into a computer the size of a can of Coke, and then she launches that digital copy of herself towards Jupiter on a pure beam of light. That's chapter 4 of Accelerando, Halo. And here's the crazy part. In 2026, we're literally building the laser that could make this real. Tonight, we're talking lined up loads, light sails, digital ghosts, and the moment sci-fi stopped being fiction. Halo takes place roughly 10 years after the events of the previous chapters. We're now in the mid-2030s. Humanity is pushed outward. The solar system is becoming industrialized. Jupiter's moon, Amalthea, is now the new mining frontier. And private individuals are able to own chunks of space real estate. The background hum of the story is the first successful decoding of alien signals, the same alien signals they've been teasing us with in the previous chapters. The setting feels alive. Teenagers are crewing deep space mining ships, legal systems are being hacked by corporations, and the first hints that post-human entities are already running the show have arrived. This is the moment everything changes for Amber Macx. To win her freedom, Amber pulls off the ultimate legal heist. She takes over a small asteroid near Jupiter and declares it a sovereign state. Why would she do that? Because legally, as a head of state, her mother's legal threats can't touch her. But then she takes it a step further, and Amber splits her consciousness. She uploads a digital copy of herself into a tiny computer, no bigger than the size of a can of Coke. And she, along with 63 other people, so there's 63 other people, digital copies inside this tiny spaceship the size of a can of Coke, and she launches herself towards Jupiter. It's powered not by rockets, but by a massive light sail. It's pushed by a laser beam. Her physical body stays behind, but her digital copy is officially surfing a beam of light towards the stars. This part made me pause because they're building the very first versions of this today in 2026. But we'll come back to that. Scene 2, the family drama. While Amber is zooming away, what's happening back with the rest of the Macx clan? Manfred, her father, is busy doing what he always does best, reinventing economics. He's navigating the vile offspring. It's basically a hyper-advanced AI that's starting to eat the inner solar system. Annette, his girlfriend, she's trying to manage the chaos, trying to keep the family's legal and financial interests from dissolving in the Singularity. And then there's Pamela, Amber's mother. She's still trying to use old world laws to control her daughter. She's completely unaware that Amber has already evolved past her reach. In chapter 4, the distance between Meat Puppet World and the digital world has become a permanent divide. Okay, let's pause the sci-fi for a second because this part isn't fiction anymore. In Chile, in the Atacama Desert, they are designing a laser that's powerful enough to push a microchip to 20% the speed of light. Let that sink in for a moment. That's not a metaphor. That's a real program funded and operating today. It's called Breakthrough Starshot, which means Amber's Coke can spaceship, we're already building the first versions of it. Right now, light sails aren't just sci-fi. They're being tested by the biggest names in space. The Planetary Society already proved it works with Light Sail 2. NASA is testing giant booms that hold even bigger sails in orbit. Optrish has got a huge contract to build sails that could dwarf a house. Sails that could dwarf a house. And the real Accelerando move, that's Breakthrough Starshot. They want to build a massive laser array that's basically in the high, dry deserts in Chile, in the Atacama Desert. The plan is to use that laser to push tiny starships, exactly like Amber's Coke can ship, to 20% the speed of light. We are literally at the beginning of the interstellar age. I am excited. I hope you are too. We're building the lasers. We're testing the sails. And just like Amber, we might be sending our own digital ghost to Alpha Centauri sooner than you think. Come with me. We're not just reading Accelerando, we're watching it happen in real time. And the next chapter, the Singularity stops asking permission. A normal human exploring the Singularity in real time. We're allowed to be figuring it out as we go.